What if the food you'll eat tomorrow is already being shaped by invisible decisions happening inside a farm that barely even needs human hands to function? That question hits different when you walk into a smart farm for the first time, because nothing feels normal. There's no muddy boots, no tractors rumbling, no random guessing about sunlight or rain. Instead, you see neat corridors of plants glowing under lights that shift color like they're responding to some secret signal. And quietly running beneath everything is this constant hum, almost like the farm itself is breathing through miles of cables, sensors, and microcontrollers that track every heartbeat of the soil. The crazy part is how these farms think in layers. The top layer controls climate like a personalized weather universe, adjusting temperature by half a degree, just because a certain leaf cluster uptakes nutrients faster in slightly warmer air. The ground layer monitors moisture using sensors thinner than a fingernail, which measure the soil's electrical conductivity to know exactly when the roots are hungry or when they're full. And the sky layer uses drones that fly slow circles, capturing heat signatures with infrared cameras to detect stress before the plants even show it. It's not just tech thrown on fields, it's tech stitched into the biology of growth itself. Some farms use digital twins, basically virtual clones of the entire field, where every plant has a digital version that predicts how it will grow over the next 24 hours, so the system can adjust fertilizer recipes before any problem arrives. And then, underground networks run microbial sensors that detect nutrient shifts by reading chemical signatures from beneficial bacteria, meaning the farm knows when the soil ecosystem starts acting weird or tired, long before a human farmer would even think something's off. Plants don't get random fertilizer anymore. They get microdoses tailored to each stage of growth, delivered through pinpoint injectors that act like nutrient IV drips. Some setups even play low-frequency sound waves to stimulate cell expansion. Real science, not sci-fi. And you literally see stems getting thicker week by week, because the farm trains them like athletes preparing for a marathon. In vertical farms, roots hang in mist chambers where the fog carries nutrients so efficiently that plants grow at insane speeds. In hydroponic towers, water circulates endlessly, purified every cycle by UV tunnels that kill pathogens without harsh chemicals. And in aeroponic labs, machines slice the oxygen content of roots, air supply, to boost metabolism. The technology feels almost alive. Tiny bots crawl along rails, checking leaf edges for early signs of fungal infections. Algorithms predict pest invasions by reading humidity patterns, and climate control units run airflow simulations to make sure every plant gets equal CO2 distribution, because even air has to be precision balanced now. Farmers don't plant anymore. They program growth cycles, telling the system when to push photosynthesis harder or when to slow things down so flavors deepen. Some smart farms tweak light wavelengths to influence taste, like using a narrowband red spectrum to boost natural sweetness or adding soft blue pulses to thicken leaf structure. Even pollination is changing. Robotic bees buzz across rows carrying tiny brushes coated with pollen, hitting each flower gently, without damaging a single petal. And when harvest time comes, robotic arms pick produce with soft silicone fingers that mimic the pressure of human touch but never bruise a thing. Nothing goes to waste. Heat from LED panels is recycled to warm water tanks. Wastewater is filtered to recover nitrogen and phosphorus. Carbon dioxide captured from generators feeds plants instead of escaping into the air. Every drop, every calorie of energy, every gram of nutrient, nothing is left unmanaged. And here's a part most people don't even know exists: predictive food modeling. Some smart farms run simulations to forecast global demand trends, adjusting crop types based on future consumption patterns, meaning they might grow different varieties not because the market asked for them today, but because data predicts they'll be needed 6 months from now. These farms also connect with satellites that scan weather shifts, helping them prepare for global temperature swings and pressure changes that could affect nutrient content. It's farming that acts before anything happens, almost like it sees the future in numbers, patterns, and soil signals. And through all this high-tech stuff, there's still a human heart in the whole process. Farmers walking down roads, touching leaves even though machines already scanned them, talking to their crops like they always used to, but now working beside tools that let them produce more food with fewer mistakes, less stress, and a much smaller environmental footprint. The world is heading toward a point where traditional farming alone won't meet demand, and smart farms might become the backbone that keeps entire cities fed with fresh, clean, traceable food. They don't replace nature. They rewrite how we work with nature, turning fields into ecosystems that self-correct and self-optimize. And when you think about everything happening behind those quiet doors, all the tech, all the biology, all the invisible decisions, you can't help but hit this final thought. If smart farms have already learned to analyze, adapt, and respond like living systems, then what's the next skill they'll evolve that we haven't even imagined yet?